In this problem, it is given that a particle moves so that its position vector is given by vector r equal to cos omega t x plus sin omega t y. So this is the same form as we have seen for position vector. Just by looking at this equation, one should understand that this is the equation for circular motion. Next, it is given that where omega is constant, that means it is a clear case of uniform circular motion. For uniform circular motion, which of the following is true? So out of these four options, which one is true, we need to find out. In option A, it is given that velocity is perpendicular to vector r. So this is true, and acceleration is directed towards the origin. In case of uniform circular motion, acceleration is always directed towards the origin. So both the sentences are true in case of option A. So this must be correct. If you look into the option B, it is given that velocity is perpendicular to r and acceleration is directed away from the origin. So this is not correct. Velocity and acceleration both are perpendicular to r. So this is also not correct. In case of circular motion, acceleration is towards the center. That is why the direction for the object keeps on changing. Velocity and acceleration both are parallel to r. So this is also not true. Option D says that velocity and acceleration both are parallel to r. So in this case, velocity and acceleration both are in the same direction, and in this case, object will move away from the center. So that is not the case. The object is moving in the circular direction. So B, C, D, all these three options are not true, and only option A is true. That is why option A is correct answer. In this problem, it is given that a particle moves in xy plane according to rule x equal to a sin omega t and y equal to a cos omega t. The particle follows. Obviously, x and y coordinates are given in terms of a sin omega t and a cos omega t. This resembles our equation of position vector. Correct answer should be a circular path, not elliptical, not parabolic, or not straight line also. So option B is correct. But to prove this, we can use these two equations, that is x equal to a sin omega t and second equation is y equal to a cos omega t. If you square these two equations and add, you will get x square plus y square equal to a square, and sin square omega t plus cos square omega t becomes 1. Here this particular equation is the equation for circle. That is why we can say that the object is traveling along the circular path. So option B is correct. Next problem is a particle moves in circle of radius 5 cm. So given data is the particle is rotating along a circle and radius is equal to 5 cm. This can be written in meters equal to 0.05 meters with constant speed. This is a case of uniform circular motion, and time period is 0.25 seconds. So next thing which is given is the time period. Time period is nothing but the time required to complete one circle, and that is equal to 0.25 seconds. So time period equal to 0.25 seconds is given. The acceleration of the particle is. So in uniform circular motion, as we know, the acceleration is required to change the direction, and that is always towards the center, and that is known as centripetal acceleration. We need to find out the centripetal acceleration. For that we need to find out the angular velocity, where theta for one revolution will be equal to 2 pi and time period for one revolution is given. That means we can use this formula to find out omega by using theta by t. So theta for one revolution is given and time for one revolution is given, that is 2 pi by 0.2 pi, and this omega will be equal to 10 radian per second. We will use this formula, that is centripetal acceleration will be equal to r omega square. So r is 0.05 multiplied by 10 into 10. If you solve this, you will get 5 meter per second square, and option C is correct. Next problem, a stone tied to the end of the string of 1 meter long is whirled in horizontal circle with constant speed. So radius is given and constant speed, that is uniform circular motion, is given. If the stone makes 22 revolutions in 44 seconds, so total theta is also given, time for that theta is also given. What is the magnitude and direction of the acceleration of the stone? In case of uniform circular motion, you know that direction for acceleration is always towards the center. Only we need to find out the magnitude for the acceleration, that is r omega square. Here radius is 1 meters, and to find out omega we can write theta by t. So it becomes 1 into theta by t multiplied by theta by t. So theta for 22 revolutions will be equal to 2 pi into 22, because for one revolution theta is 2 pi. For 22 revolutions theta will be equal to 2 pi into 22, and time is also given, that is 44 seconds. If you use these two values in this equation, you will get 22 into 2 pi divided by 44. So 44 will get cancelled and only pi remains. So pi multiplied by pi becomes pi square. In three different options pi square is given. Only you need to think about the direction. For uniform circular motion, direction is always towards the center. So direction along the radius towards the center is the correct option. Option A is correct. Next problem. A particle moves along a circle of radius 20 by pi meters with a constant tangential acceleration. That means this is the case of tangential acceleration and the radius is given. So r equal to 20 by pi meters, that is radius. In next statement it is given that if the velocity of the particle is 80 meter per second at the end of the second revolution after motion has begun. So velocity at the end of the second revolution is 80 meter per second. In circular motion we have the formula v2 equal to r omega 2. So we can find out omega 2 now. So to find out omega 2 we will use v2 by r, where v2 is 80 meter per second and r is 20 by pi. So if you calculate this you will get 4 pi. It is also given that after motion has begun, that means at the start point omega will be 0, that is angular velocity will be 0. We need to find out tangential acceleration. For 2 revolutions total displacement will be equal to 2 into 2 pi. To find out tangential acceleration we can use the equation of motion. Because we know initial angular velocity, final angular velocity and displacement, we can use the equation of motion for accelerated circular motion. Here it is omega 2 square equal to omega 1 square plus 2 alpha theta. This equation is quite similar to the second equation of accelerated linear motion. So to find out tangential acceleration we will put all these values in this equation. Here omega 2 is 4 pi. So 4 pi square, omega 1 is 0, so this term becomes 0, is equal to 2 alpha into 2 pi. So if you calculate this you will get alpha equal to 2 pi. So this is the angular acceleration that we have calculated. We need to find out tangential acceleration, that is equal to r into alpha. Now we have calculated alpha value and r value is already given. So we will use two different values in this equation. You will get 20 by pi into 2 pi. So pi will get cancelled and it becomes 40 meter per second square. So total tangential acceleration is 40 meter per second square. So correct option is A. Next problem. The position vector of a particle vector r as a function of time is given by vector r equal to 4 sin 2 pi t I plus 4 cos 2 pi t j. So this is the form of the position vector for circular motion. So this is a clear case of uniform circular motion where r is in meters, t is in seconds and I and j denote unit vectors along x and y directions respectively. Which one of the following statement is wrong for the motion of a particle? So you need to find out the wrong statement. In option A it is given that magnitude of the velocity of the particle is 8 meter per second. You need to verify this particular magnitude. Without calculating we can directly find out r omega. If you compare this particular equation with this, you can find out that omega equal to 2 pi. In this equation omega is 2 pi and r is 4. Linear velocity formula v equal to r omega. Here r is 4, omega is 2 pi. If you multiply these two, you will get the magnitude for velocity. So it is equal to 8 pi, not only 8. So this option A itself is wrong and we need to find out which one of the following statement is wrong. So option A is the correct answer because it is wrong. The magnitude of the velocity is 4 into 2 pi, that is 8 pi. All these three remaining options are correct. You can verify it. So option A is correct option.